I was about to finish this movie up. I do be apologize. It's so damn good. I'm watching the first Superman on Cartoon Network. If y'all can actually hear it in the background, I just had to watch it for the first time. It's really good. So besides that, I do be apologize. It's one of my mother's favorite films because you know what? We all need a hero, except for this man that you see here, right? I had to sacrifice the last 5 minutes of Superman airing in the background, but you know what? Let me put this on pause very quick. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. I do apologize. I had to finish it up. For anyone that knows the theme song. So, it's such a damn good movie. I'm surprised how emotional it was near the end. I'll talk about that afterwards. I basically have found this disturbing yet disgusting image from Twitter that I decided to screenshot. Sorry about that. Of the Dalai Lama, or the 14th Dalai Lama. Wait, did I say Dalai Lama? Whatever. That was about to tongue kiss this Indian child, right? Just to read this from Twitter. This is by Clown Road that I basically follow on Twitter because I like to lurk on here. Tibetan spiritual leader, the hashtag Dalai Lama, has been caught on video kissing a young boy on the lips at a Buddhist event and telling him, quote, "Suck my tongue." And for someone that does follow Buddhist morals in a way, even though I'm more, I guess you could say agnostic, I think there is like some type of like spiritual being somewhere, but I don't go to church. I don't really believe going to church, but I just cannot believe that I have witnessed this on Twitter. I'm not sure if y'all can actually hear me. I'm screenshotting just now, because it's like 8:30 right now. The thing is that I don't know what to say. I really don't, because why? I don't understand this. You know, for someone that basically had a Buddhist teacher in high school, yes, I don't remember her name though, but she was sometimes bring her daughter, and she is like the most kindest teacher we ever had. She wouldn't even like force us to do any work. We'd just be like lazy and just like chatting with each other before the school day ends. She is such a sweetheart. She even likes me a lot as well. She likes me more than most students, believe it or not. And also, I took yoga when I was in high school, my junior, senior year, and in college. My mother, she basically came with me. And, you know, this, I don't know. Let's just say that a handful of Buddhist people I met in the past are really kind-hearted human beings. However, though, for the Dalai Lama, it goes to show you that, or it demonstrates that no matter what religion, even though Buddhism is not really considered religion, I mean, it's complicated because you're not following a god. I don't know how to explain it, but the thing is that the Dalai Lama, he is practically the most important, he's practically like Gandhi in the Southeast Asian globe. It actually makes sense, right? Well, Gandhi, that's supposed to be the Indian subcontinent globe, but for Dalai Lama himself, basically he's mostly, he's seen as an important human being, not a deity, I suppose. It's hard to explain it. Okay, I don't know much about this stuff myself, but throughout like Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, because they got high Buddhist populations, and a handful of Chinese, but I think most Chinese are atheists, which is quite shocking to me. This is no excuse, and this is coming from someone that is a rape victim himself. Okay. Yes, I have been raped by a family member. I know I explained this a long time ago, but I'm sure people probably don't bother watching my older videos. That's totally fine. You know, it does get a little bit discouraging because I want to spread awareness that, you know, there are innocent children and hell, even adults like me that have to do this for the rest of their lives. And just seeing the Dalai Lama that basically pressuring this little Indian boy, he looks like he might be like 8 or something. He looks young, like really young. It's disturbing, and it's not normal. You know, that's because this like religion has a culture. It doesn't mean it's allowed, to actually have others practice it. Like, for example, if you're a Muslim, okay, you may thinking that being gay is basically sickening, which I can understand, but it's not, right? You don't want to kill someone because I'm sure that's not what Allah wants. Even though what I've heard, though, at least in the Quran, is that he even, like, I think, like, forced a 9-year-old girl to marry him, which is fucking sick, if you actually ask me. It goes to show you that religions does not make you a more kinder person. That's quickly correct. That's not true at all. Maybe that's why I'm glad I'm not religious or anything, but I still kind of like practice spiritual morals in a way, or at least my own way. That actually makes sense. I don't fault anyone. That's basically the Buddhist perspective from my book, right? And I just wanted to share this because for anyone like, do at Vietnam, I just want to say, xin hao. I think that's how you say hello in Vietnamese. I'm not sure exactly. Or there might be Indian that are Buddhists. I just want to say namaste, or latke. Like, this is not okay. It's not, right? And I just can't believe I'm really seeing this right now, because the thing is, in the Buddhist culture, from what I've been educating myself about, usually one, they don't like sex. Hell, even for me, I find sex gross, to be honest. I mean, I'm ace, so even if I wasn't a Buddhist, I still find sex gross, but that's probably why I like Buddhists in a way, because they're not materialistic. They're always covered up, right? Like, for me personally, I always wear my beanie because I like to keep my hair sacred, right? I know that sounds weird. I don't like to expose my hair unless I'm like inside or something like that, right? I never like to reveal like any skin or this much of myself, if that actually makes sense, right? It's just something that I followed as I got a little bit older. And Dion, what's the other thing? I deeply apologize. This doesn't make any sense. But the thing is that for Buddhists, they're supposed to be really caring to your spiritual people and not like into like doing drugs and like in sex, if I actually recall. I gotta study more about it, though. Similar to, like, the Islamic globe, right? It's kind of like that, which I can relate, because I don't do any of that stuff. And I can never picture myself doing any drugs. Absolutely not. And basically treating all human beings, well, equally. Unless they mistreat me, then I'm going to mistreat them, or I'm just going to see them as non-existent for the rest of my life. Even if this is one incident, I'm done. It depends on the incident, of course, right? Like the neighbor incident of, that I basically mentioned, because she was a little bit rude when I was just doing like a little video and she was outside or whatever, working on that little cart or something. I just want to say hello, and she got ticked off for no apparent reason, and okay, I'm going to stay away from her as much as possible, even though her grandson really likes to say hi to me and whatnot. But, I'm just shocked that, how do I explain this? Okay, it's really shocking. It is. Basically, if you search it up on YouTube, right, you could definitely find it all over, because this must have got posted 9 days ago, I believe. Basically, just to read this once again, okay, from what I found on Robert Reed on Dalai Lama inappropriately tongue kisses boy. Basically, what he has done is that, I'm guessing, in that part of the Buddhist culture, which I don't agree with, you would actually stick your tongue into, I'm guessing, other people. I don't get why children, hell, even adults, that's disgusting, because you're expressing that you're not reincarnated from them or something. I don't know what the hell that means. I read from someone's tweets about it, and I don't get why having physical contact would basically excuse that. Like, for me, my body's a temple, right? Even though it's been annihilated, because of what I explained basically like several minutes ago, right? Basically, I'm only allowing my temple to be entered by a body that I feel safe around, I could deeply trust, and basically that deserves the treasure to be, you know, well, I'm not saying physical, but sexual with me. And he needs to be like a really great human being and kind-hearted human being for that. You cannot just touch me just because you want to. Absolutely not. You know, like sexual assault for anyone. It's fucking evil. If you actually ask me, I just can't. I can't picture that. Even like my that flaking female friend of mine, Casey, for example, she pressured me to cuddle with her when I told her, well, you can cuddle with your, but that's your plush, because I'm not comfortable with it. Yeah, that's because I'm your friend doesn't mean I'm going to cuddle with you. Plus, well, I'm not really interested in women, so yeah. I mean, same for men as well, right? I like to keep people guess on this. I'm not comfortable with that, honestly. Like hugs, absolutely, but cuddling, it's more intimate, if that makes sense. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not, right? And I don't know. This seeing that the Dalai Lama acted like this was really, really uncalled for. It really is. And I just had to make basically news of this because this 87-year-old Chinese Buddhist, because he is from China, I've actually searched him up on Google. This is inappropriate. It really is. For someone that does like to practice Buddhist morals, right? This is not right. It's not. And so, as well as because for me, like the way I practice it, I don't like to kill insects. I don't, right? Because who knows? They could probably have been like rapists or maybe murderers, you know, from their past lives, and this is their punishment. I mean, I know that sounds silly for anyone that isn't Buddhist, or maybe Buddhists themselves that have like a different type of belief, right? That's just how I follow it. I feel guilty if I kill like an insect and seeing its guts. Like I would feel really guilty and ashamed. You know, I try to like let them out of my house. Like unless I have to kill you, then I will. You know, it's like self-defense. Like someone robbing inside your house. It's like that. But the way that the 14th Dalai Lama acted, this is not okay. You know, and basically from what I've seen in the video, it's really short. It's only 24 seconds long. He basically said, "Oh, you suck my tongue," right? I don't understand it. Why though? I I don't get it. Why? That is fucking gross. I don't. I'm like stress laughing, and plus my Totino's pizza's done. My second one already. Why though? I don't get it. It's not appropriate. You know, it's vile. It's predatory. That's one thing, right? And I don't. Basically, there's another title by Carl Endlers on here. I'm not sure what VOA stands for. Tibetan Buddhist spiritual leader, children rights abuse or something like that. Basically, I guess you could say this is like a pedophilic act that he did. I mean, okay, predatory either way, because if he did this with an adult, I don't know. Okay, I don't know much about him. I don't really follow him, but this is still shocking. Why? You know, I don't understand it. I really don't. You know, it's fucking disturbing. If you actually ask me, it's fucking disturbing. I deeply apologize. I had to get this out of my system. I do. I just, this is not okay. It's not. You know what? I'll play the audio. Like, the video's really short. I think it's better to play the audio instead of the, it may echo, by the way, for y'all to actually see it, but.
And suck my tongue.
Just suck my tongue. That's what he said, right? And it is in, I think it's in Zanga. It's basically a Bhutanese language that you would see there, right? I mean, I tried studying it myself. Not easy. But I don't remember any of the words. But it's still disturbing he would do this. You know, I just don't understand it. I just don't. You know, it's fucking sick. So, I don't know. Like, I don't understand how an elderly man close to 100 would do such a predatory act. It's not appropriate. It's not. And I just thought I should just share this for anyone that have been viewing my videos for quite some time. I hope that you've been enjoying them. If not, that's totally fine. I just had to just get this out because it's disturbing. I don't know what else to put it. It's just, gosh. I don't know. I just wanted to say that just because someone's Buddhist, it doesn't make them a superior. I mean, hell, for Christians, that's a different story. I mean, awful. Oh my Buddha. I would love to make a video of like awful Christians I've met. Okay, including my, no offense, my mother's boyfriend in the past. I did not like him for forcing me to be a Christian. That's not Christian. That's to force someone your religion. That's not, like, if, man, I swear, Jesus Christ would not like that himself on the cross. If he basically would try to pressure another human being to follow your rules, you might as well have them as your slave. That's not okay, right? I just had to just get this out of my system because this is disturbing. It really is. And I hope to Buddha's belly that the Dalai Lama knows what he did was really inappropriate before he goes on his maybe next life. I don't know what his next life would be. I don't know. This is not appropriate. I mean, even though it's not sex, but with the tongue thing, that's still sexual. The way that he's laughing at, or at least the other men are laughing about it in the background, it's still disturbing. So I just want to get this out of my system because I just, you know, 我不计较，我不计较，我不是，我不是。